Hi, I'm Raya, and this is Wondering About Wolves. Today, we're looking at the Wolves versus Arsenal match review.
Oh yes, and let's all take
Whew.
a deep breath, a sigh of relief, because we finally got 3 points.
I know, we needed that.
We did. What's first on the agenda?
Well, it is goals, but first I want to talk about the 2 red cards.
Okay, yeah, Arsenal got 2 players sent off in this game, didn't they?
David Luiz and Leno.
Yeah, David Luiz, the first man sent off. That was right at the end of the first half.
If I'm honest, I don't think that should have been a red card.
Yeah.
He tripped up a bit.
Yeah.
You know.
It's one where if it was against Wolves, I'd complain.
Yeah.
Because there's no intention there to bring down Jose. You know, it was a penalty because he did clip him and bring him down, and it was a goal-scoring opportunity. But I think a yellow card would have sufficed. I think it was harsh to send him off when it was an accidental touch. So the first red card, I think, should have really been a yellow, not a red.
But the Leno one, the goalkeeper one,
there's no excuse for that.
He went to do it and cheat.
Yes,
he literally
did.
went to
He
grab
knew,
it.
he misjudged the ball.
Yeah,
it skidded on off the wet surface.
And he went
and
to
he knew, oh
damn.
God, this is going behind me. Traore's running after it. He's just going to catch the ball and tap it in an open goal. So he panicked and he used his arm
and he was
intentionally. This wasn't an accidental handball. He's intentionally hit the ball like that with his arm outside of the penalty area. So that is a definite red card.
Yeah, that was a definite.
So out of the 2, I think both were fouls. The first was a penalty and the second was a free kick. But I would have gone yellow card for the first,
and then
red for the second. But you know, we'll gladly take it because it's helped us get 3
and
points.
And was against 9 men.
9 men, yeah, unusual, isn't it, to play against 9 men? We see 10 men now and again, but 9 men, you don't see that very often. So good news for Wolves, it helped us get the 3 points. But controversial, the first one in terms of being a red, I would have said a yellow. Now the goals, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's the goals. The first one was by Arsenal, Pepe. Got around too many players too easily.
Yeah. First of all, we can say that Semedo lost the ball.
It was a terrible loss.
It was a bad area to lose the ball in. Then Semedo recovered to get back at him, but then he beat Semedo again and got round him again. Then Neves came at him and he got round Neves.
And it was a good finish.
It was a good finish, but Raya, before he got the finish away, Cody was there. Now, Cody, for me, was too flat-footed. He needed to attack the ball and get tighter, squeeze to block that shot.
Yeah.
Just by a yard or 2, if he's a little bit lighter on his feet, just react by getting a yard or 2 closer to get your blocking. So I think you can look at Semedo for losing the ball in a bad area of the pitch. You can look at Semedo for recovering but then getting beaten again. You can look at Neves for then getting beaten. And you can look at Cody for not squeezing tight enough to block the shot.
That's 4 things.
There's a lot of errors there to concede a goal. And we've had so many errors lately. Lots of our goals we've conceded. You can list the catalogue of errors that have led to goals. But what we can say for this goal is Patricio couldn't do nothing about it.
No.
Sometimes, recently, Patricio, we've looked at him and said, could he have done better?
Yeah.
Could Patricio have done more there? And he should have done better with some of the goals we have conceded.
He couldn't have done anything.
But with that goal, no chance at all. So nothing against Patricio for that. But Semedo, particularly Semedo,
he was
Neves and Cody, I think all could have done better for that Arsenal goal.
The next, Neves scored off a penalty and it was earned by Jose.
Yes, so what we have here was Wolves was coming back into the game. As the first half went on, we did grow into the game more and get a foothold.
We got better and better, didn't we?
Pedence slipped a lovely little ball through to Jose. Jose running through on goal, and that's when the clip happened.
Yeah, the
David Luiz accidentally clips him. It's a foul, it's a penalty. Definite penalty, definite foul. Neves is the man who steps up to take it.
It was a very good penalty, top corner.
Yeah. He's got a good record for penalties. He has missed a couple in his career, but you know the last one he took, he scored as well. And he's a great striker of the ball. And this one, you know, he put it right in the top corner, didn't he? Top left, goalkeeper's left. No goalkeeper would save that.
No, it's impossible.
A great penalty and pleasing for Neves. You know, he's recently had another kid, so it's a nice little thumb-sucking celebration we saw from him there to mark the occasion. So we're back in it, aren't we? 1-1, and after a poor 30 minutes or so, 1-1 at half-time, and they're down to 10 men. We're thinking, right, second half here now. They're down to 10, we're level, let's kick on and win it. Then what happens after that?
Then Matinho scores a long-range goal.
Oh, yeah.
It hit the post and went in.
Yeah, it was a cracking strike for João Moutinho, not known for his long-range efforts.
No,
Not
but
like
it was
Neves.
excellent.
Neves has got a catalogue of goals, like
Yeah.
hasn't he? Long-range goals. Neves, we know, has got that capability.
He's got the wonder goals.
But Moutinho, when he put it up, what did I say?
He's going to shoot.
He's going to shoot.
Same
You
with
could tell.
Vinay.
Same with when Vitina
Vitina,
scored the other day against Chorley. You can see from the body shape, he's put it up, he's moved it, he's shifted it, and you can see from the body shape, he's going to have a pop.
Yeah.
And I told you it was going to happen, he's going to shoot. He hit it, I don't expect him to score. You know,
No.
with Moutinho, I thought he ain't going to score, but he's going to have a shot. But he caught it well.
Oh, yeah. Good
Like you
strike.
say, clipped the post and went in. Fantastic goal.
Yeah.
Fantastic strike, worthy of winning any match. And then after that, the second sending off happened, and we were able to see the game out and win 2-1. But, you know, we will talk about more in
Yes,
detail
we'll
the
go
general
into detail.
performance later. My issues that I have to speak about regarding things that happened in other pockets of the game.
Yes.
What's next on the agenda?
Next, it's Dylan's Fact of the Day.
David Luiz has had such a successful career, but he only has one thing left to accomplish, and that is kill Bart Simpson.
Thanks for that, Dylan. Next on the agenda is the play ratings.
Player ratings. Okay, this will be interesting then, won't it?
Yeah.
Let's see what you've scored, people.
Patricio 8. He couldn't do anything about the goal, and he made some saves.
Yeah, he made some good saves, yeah. A good performance today,
I think he had like
because he had to make a couple of good saves in the first half, and he went, you know, that they started really well, Arsenal.
yeah, they
and
were
Patricio
on the
was,
front
you know, having to make saves early on. So, yeah, I think a very good game from Patricio today, and I think that was
And he
needed.
didn't make any mistakes.
No
did he?
mistakes. I think that was needed because,
it was.
you know, there had been some calls for, like, should we play Ruddy? And
yeah.
Patricio has been out of form. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what, if people disagree or whatever. I'm telling you right now, this season, Rui Patricio has not been in the best of form.
No.
He's been, last season, he played better than this. He has been making mistakes and errors. If you don't believe me, read his article on the official Wolves site when he admits himself that he's been disappointed with some of his performances this season. So, it was good that he put in a good performance today
Yeah,
to
I'm
sort
glad.
of calm all that down and say, yeah, we still got faith in him and he's still the man to
and
play
it'll boost his
between the
confidence.
sticks.
Thinking,
Yeah, it
come
will.
on, I'm going to get back in
Yeah,
and
it
be
will,
really good,
boost his
no?
confidence, yeah.
Next is Semedo, a 7. He played well, some errors, like the goal, he was at fault for the goal.
That's the thing with Semedo. I think he had a good game, and I would say he was good. There was a lot of
Yeah.
positive contributions, but for the goal, he was culpable.
Yeah.
He lost the ball in a bad area of the pitch, and then he got back to try and recover and was beaten again. So that's a black mark against his name.
And he's very good at, he's been good attacking.
Oh yeah, he was good going
goes up,
forward. I
runs,
think
create.
overall he did play well, but
Yeah.
the goal, you know, that was his fault
yeah.
largely. And the last free kick of the game that Arsenal earned when they put it in our box, when the keeper put it in, he gave that away sillily. You know, it dropped to him and he panicked and he hoofed it just up and under with his left foot. The ball dropped and he gave away a foul, and that put us under unnecessary pressure right at the end as well. So a couple of mistakes from Semedo, especially the goal. That was significant, you know, to give the goal away. So, but overall, I thought he was quite good, barring those errors.
Yeah, Bolly an 8. He did important clearances,
Yeah.
and he was doing his blocks,
Yeah,
and
headers.
At the end he saved a shot when
Yeah.
Aubameyang,
Aubameyang,
that I thought
yeah.
that was going in.
That was
and
their
then-
little glimmer on it. They had that little flurry, just,
Yeah.
you know, as we got to near the end of the match. A
at
little
the end.
flurry.
It was like, let's just try.
And they
get it.
managed to get it in the box to Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Now his back was to goal, but he span and hit it on the turn. Bolly got a nice sliding block in there. And
Yeah.
that's great defensive work. So I tell you what, if that went through
He's
Bolly's
very
legs,
good defensively, and he's been doing well.
yes, if that went through Bolly's legs, that could have nestled in the corner
Yeah.
of the net. Bolly
That
today
would be
was good
disaster.
again. Good headers, good clearances, right place,
Yeah.
right time, commanding presence. Very good again from Bolly.
Yeah, Cody a 7. He had a steady game.
Yeah, he was all right, Cody. You know, an improvement on what we've saw at Palace. I think at Palace he was
wasn't
poor.
very good.
I know. I thought he was very disappointed at Palace. Today, better.
Yeah.
Back to a decent standard. Not as good as Bolly,
No.
but
I think Bolly's been one of the best defenders.
he has.
this
Yeah,
season.
like I always say about Bolly, I think he's underrated.
Oh, definitely.
Cody, a 7's a fair score, a steady game.
Yes, Steadon. Kilman, a 7. He got better as it went on. He was booked as well.
He was booked, yeah. And I think your point about improving as the game went on is right, because at the start of the game, he was struggling with Saka. He was struggling. But let me tell you, that ain't all the fault of Kilman.
Yes.
I know it looks like, Kilman's struggling against Saka.
Yeah.
But what you got to look at is, Pedro Neto is an attacking player, he's a forward-thinking player. He wasn't getting back and helping him and doubling up and making defensive duties easy for Kilman. He was leaving him one-on-one. And then, because we were leaving space in behind us, and our midfield were giving Thomas Partey so much time on the ball to stop it, pick his head up and dink one over for Saka to run onto. Now, you've got, as a team, you have to make a decision there. If you're going to give people like Partey in midfield time on the ball, you've got to defend 5 yards deeper so he can't drop it over you. Yeah. If you're going to play higher up the pitch and leave the gap for people like Saka to run into, like it's happened a few times in the first 15 minutes, then there's got to be pressure on the ball. Somebody has to be hustling.
To squeeze.
Yeah, somebody's got to be hustling and harrying the midfield. They can't have time to stop it, look and pick a pass.
Stand there, can
That's a lethal combination. Time in midfield and space in behind. Yeah. That equals trouble. So that's why Kilman on the defence was struggling early on, because there was no pressure on Partey and he was going to dictate things and just pick it up. Look, who am I going to go for? Space in behind. Saka's quick making the run, drops it in. Big problems. So Kilman struggled early on because of those reasons, but he did the better as the game went on and we sorted ourselves out of it.
Yeah. Neves, an 8. An excellent penalty.
Great penalty.
He was booked as well, and he was
substituted. Yeah, he was taken off. Yeah, I think he played about 80 minutes or so.
Yeah,
75, something like that. Most of the game minutes.
And he was good overall.
Yeah, I keep liking Neves this season. Yeah. Some nice passes again. I don't know if people noticed. There was a few really nice, technically executed passes. Yeah. You know, where it was a difficult pass, but he made it look easy.
Yeah, and he's a very hard worker.
He always works hard, help tackling and breaking up the play. Yeah, I think very good again, Neves. I thought he was impressive.
Moutinho, an 8. It was a really good goal.
Yeah, I think the goal boosts Moutinho, didn't it? First half, I think Moutinho struggled.
Yeah,
I know he's like the hero and he scored the winning goal and stuff like that.
He was man of the match as well.
And got man of the match from Martin Keown. But I think first half he was off the pace and he was struggling and I was worried about him again. Once they went down to this, well, really, to be fair to him, the latter part of the first half he did start to get into the game more. And then certainly after the sending offs, he dictated it then, didn't he? You could see that he was keeping it and he was pulling the strings.
Yes.
You know, he was orchestrating what was going on.
Yeah, he was
dishing out the passes left and right and making sure we kept possession. So yeah, he did very well in that phase of the game. And I think the main reason you can give him an 8 is because of that tremendous goal, match-winning goal. So that bumps his score up. But I wasn't worried about him again the start of the game. But in fairness to the guy, he did improve as the game went on and certainly helped us keep possession when they went down to 9 men.
Yep, next Pedence, a 6. He was substituted as well. Yeah. He was okay.
Yeah, I thought not much from Pedence again. You know, I don't know if he's struggling to get back into it after being injured for a few weeks. He's played 3 games in a week and in none of the games has he looked at the level he was before he got injured. Hopefully soon that comes. Hopefully soon he gets back into that standard again, but it's still a little off it at the moment. He did one good contribution when he slipped that clever little ball into Jose, didn't he? He helped us earn the penalty. Slipped a clever little ball through to Jose, which helped earn the penalty. And he's a clever player.
He's creative.
He's creative and clever, but not quite at the levels that he was pre-injury. So hopefully soon he can get back up to those like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 performances. But at the moment, I think he's hovering around the 6 mark.
Next is Traore, a 7. He had a slow start, but then he got more involved the more it went on.
Yeah, like a lot of our players, I thought he started poorly.
Very poorly.
Just seemed like flat-footed and slow to react when things was happening. Slow to react to things, you know, just standing along.
He wasn't switched on, was he?
He did seem switched on, and that was a lot of the players who started the game poorly. But as the game went on, he became more and more effective.
Yeah.
And you know the amount of crosses he got in, he got down that right-hand side, beat his man so many times.
Causing them trouble.
Causing a lot of problems.
He had joy down there,
He had a lot of joy down that side, and he got a lot of crosses in, and one of them I thought that was going to be Jose's first goal.
Oh, yeah. Went right.
Yeah, just past his head. He just
like,
went at it with his head. He pushed towards
so
it, but he missed the ball,
frustrating.
flashed past his head. So he almost set up a goal there because I think Jose was close to going on the end of that.
Yeah.
But he gave their left back a tough night. And again, like a lot of other players, as the game went on, he became more and more effective.
Yeah. Next is Jose. I gave him a 7. He won the penalty.
Yeah, that was
and
good.
It did seem he was very good, like generally, and he was helping create things.
Yeah, he was strong, wasn't he?
Yeah, he protected the ball like we said.
That's the big thing with him. What you notice is the way he can move people.
Yeah, and he pushes people off and just crosses.
Look, watch
it
him use his body. There's a few good examples today. Watch him use his body and his strength and his size to keep the ball.
Yeah, he protects it.
This is what we was lacking with Silva. That was non-existent with Silva.
We had
the
that
ball
with
would just
Jimenez.
keep coming back. Or Jimenez, we had it,
Jimenez,
yeah.
like we
with
had
Silva up there, that ball kept coming back and coming back.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing
it
would
was-
stick, and it makes
no.
it difficult then to build higher up the pitch. Watch Jose use his body. Watch him use his strength. Watch him protect it and just move people out of the way.
Yeah.
Good physical presence. I mean, he wasn't the best player and brilliant or anything like that, but he just gives you that physical presence.
It gives you what we've been missing.
It gives you what, yeah, it's like a cake, innit? You know, if you make a cake
Yeah.
and you put all the ingredients in, you taste it, and there's something that tastes like there's a missing ingredient.
Yeah.
And then you find your
It was
missing
ours.
ingredient, you find your Jose, you put him in the mixture, you taste the cake, and
it's-
now it's tasting right. That's the sort of taste we expect. So, yeah, it gives you that thing we was missing, that physical presence further up the pitch.
Next is my man of the match, Neto.
Yeah.
I gave him an 8.
Yeah.
He worked hard, he created a lot, he was running with the ball.
Yeah,
he was
at
very
him. Yeah,
effective.
he was. Yeah, he's so bright in Neto.
Yeah, he
you
has
know.
a bright spark.
Yeah, he's often the bright spark, and
Yeah.
the amount of times he got the ball, took players on. When they
And
went
he
down to
dribbles
9,
down the wing.
yeah, he did. He had a couple of shots, didn't he? When their sub goalkeeper came on, he set the chance up for Vitina. That was his
Yeah.
work there. Just set it
he
up
put
lovely for Vitina.
and Vitina
Should have
put it
scored.
wide.
Yeah,
Oh,
should have scored. Yeah, so
terrible
I
effort.
think it's fair enough to give Neto the man of the match because he was constantly creative, constantly running at him, constantly causing problems, always positive, Pedro Neto. So yeah,
Yeah.
fair share for man of the match.
And then for subs,
Yeah.
Vitina a 6. That bad miss.
That was a bad miss.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
If he got that in,
That was a bad
that would
miss.
have helped our goal difference.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah. I mean, apart from that, he did all right. You know,
Yeah,
he got the
he was
ball, he
running
moved the ball,
around,
he
yeah.
kept the ball, he helped link things up well. So
Yeah.
in his general play, he came
was
on and did good.
quite good.
But
But
that
it was that
miss,
miss.
yeah,
That
you've
was
got to
what let
bury
him
that.
down.
You have got to bury
You've
that.
got to get that ball in the back of the
Yeah,
net.
so
with that
it's a
chance.
bad miss. So yeah, he loses like some marks for that because overall when he come on he was all right and he helped us keep the ball. And I like his feet. He's got nice feet. Good
Yeah.
technical player. There is an upside to him. I think we just need to see more game time. Whether he'll get that or what, you know, to decide whether we want to buy him because he's only on loan.
Yeah.
Is he going to get the game time for us to make that decision? Shall we have him or not? You know, it's going to be an
Yeah.
interesting one how it plays out with Vitina.
Next is Dendonka, a 6. He helped see the game out when it was near the
Yeah,
end.
he did.
you
He
know.
came on and did his job. His
Yeah,
job
he
was to
did his
come
job,
on
yeah.
and help us
And
see the
help
game
us,
out.
yes.
Make sure that we're solid. Make sure we keep the ball. Make sure there's no gaps for Arsenal to exploit.
Yes.
And he did that fine. So
Yeah, he did his
Yeah,
job.
a
You know,
6.
that's all you can ask.
that's it. Yeah, it's a simple task that he carried out effectively.
And next is Silva, a 5. He was only on 5 minutes.
No,
You can't give him more than
No,
that.
you can't really. You can't.
No.
It's nothing against
What?
him, but he was only on the pitch 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So what can you do in 5 minutes? So yeah, a 5 is fair enough because you can't really give him any more because of his short time on the pitch.
Yeah.
What we on to now?
Next on the agenda is the general performance.
Okay, so what are we thinking for the first half?
And for the first half, I gave it a 5. We got better as the half went on, with a lot of our players did.
Yeah.
They're the same as that.
Yeah. Let me just say about the first. Or have you got more to say about the first half?
I've just got to say that we was bad defensively as well. We was a bit
Yeah, and
frustrated.
that comes not just from the defence. You can't just look at the defence was rickety.
Yeah.
In
It was
front of them, there was
attack.
hopeless. The time
Oh,
that
yeah.
Arsenal had in midfield to pick the
yeah.
passes, there was just no pressing. Nobody getting tight close and stopping
Yeah,
us being
there
able to
was a
pick
lot
the
of
passes and put it
chances
where
as
they
well,
wanted.
didn't they?
Ooh, we could have been 3 or 4 down. They hit the post.
I know.
Patricia made 2 good saves. They had a goal disallowed for offside, and it was about that much offside.
It was like that much.
We could have been 4-0 down. You know, we
God,
could
that's scary to think.
before we started playing and before we started coming into it, we could have been 4-0.
We wouldn't have won them, would
Yeah,
we? No.
yeah, and then by the last quarter of an hour or so, we came into
Yeah.
it, we grew into it a bit, we got the penalty. So yeah, I think 5 for the first half because I think we was lucky to go in 1-1 because overall, Arsenal should have put that game to bed early doors.
Yeah, and the second half, 8. We controlled the game. We had possession.
Yeah.
You know, I think we were very good. We created more.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Vitinha
And Vitinha
scored.
scored a good goal. Jose had that one that he could have got his head on but didn't. Vitinha had the good chance that he
Yeah.
should have scored. Neto forced their sub-goal, keeper into a couple of saves. A lot better second half. Obviously, they're down to 9 men, you know, halfway through that second half. But you still got a job to do.
Yeah.
And I think
Still
we did the job well in
tricky
terms of possession. You know, we kept the ball well. We only had that little bit where Aubameyang had that turn and shot that Bolly
Yeah,
blocked.
Bolly.
And that was the only real scare that we had. So, yeah, a good professional performance.
Second half.
You know, a sensible performance. I would have liked to have seen him score again to put it to bed so
yeah.
we ain't got that nervy few minutes at the
Yeah,
end.
ooh.
I'd like to have Vitinha put his chance away or, we
Yeah.
scored another goal somewhere along the line. That would have been nice to win the game 3-1 just to make it a little bit less nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
But
your
still,
heart's going,
still
ooh.
a professional
Really
second
fast.
half performance. So you go on 5 and 8. So your overall score
Is 7.
a 7 overall. Yeah, and
It's
that's a good
decent,
score.
yeah.
Good score. So normally, if you beat Arsenal, you get 8 or 9s for your
Yeah,
general pool.
it's because there
We
was
have-
9 men down.
Yeah, you have to
know.
take into account there was 9 men on the pitch, you know, and then before that there was 10 men
There's
for
10,
like
yeah.
20 minutes or whatever it was. So yeah, a 7. We don't get too carried away and think it was the
No.
best thing ever. The main thing is we got 3 points on the board.
Yeah, that's all that matters to
Ooh,
us.
because
we're desperate for points.
We am desperate. You know, we take them anyway they come. You know, if we were playing against 9 men every week, we don't care at the minute. We need points.
Yeah.
So the number one priority was get points. If you got to win ugly, win ugly. Whatever you got to do, by any means necessary, get some points on the board. And that's what we did. So we've achieved our objective for the day. A successful day. A happy day for once.
Yeah.
So what's next? Or is that it? Is there anything on
It's
the agenda?
just a sign off.
Oh, it's just your sign off now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what to do with that now. You don't need
Yes.
me to get involved.
Yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on the game. And make sure you join us next time for the Wolves versus Leicester match preview. Meanwhile, I'll stay right here and celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate!